Y'all already know what time it is. It is time for the mess. What's good, what's good, what's good in the hood? Y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for another episode of Yes for the Mess. And we are here to talk about Tasha K, Yftm, and a trans woman by the name of Mia, okay? Now, as you guys already know, the Grown Up Hip Hop season finale was last night. Y'all know I reviewed it, did an excellent review on this, almost at 2K. You know, because my Grown Up Hip Hop reviews do not get that many views because don't nobody really watch the show like that. But that particular review was getting some numbers, baby. You know, for Grown Up Hip Hop standards, if you ask me. So last night, while I was filming my review for Grown Up Hip Hop, I got a notification. If you guys been following me for a while now, y'all know that I am subscribed to Unwind with Tasha K. I got this notification saying that she was doing an interview with them today. And after I got done filming, I look at the preview, and it seems like Tasha K is putting Sam on blast, okay? And everybody that watched Grown Up Hip Hop, that watched my videos, they was talking about the interview, and I asked, should I do a review on it? And everybody was like, yeah, do one. So that's what I'm here to do. So we start out talking about like Yftm's childhood memories, about how Pepper brought her on stage. You know what I'm saying? As a child, it was 15,000 people out there. Great story, but you know, that was fluff. We didn't really care about that child. Then they started talking about why they were on reality TV. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know exactly what it was they were doing. You know, Sam, you know, Yftm had already been on the show for like 4 seasons straight before she even met Sam, and Sam just came into the building just being himself, but he didn't realize that, okay, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk for 2 hours, but we're going to chop it and screw it and turn it into 2 minutes. Like, he didn't really know what reality TV was really given. He didn't really know that. But, you know, of course, Yftm was blaming herself, talking about it was all her fault. She should have did this, she should have did that. I'm like, girl, go somewhere and sit down. But yeah, that's what she said, child. Sam goes on to say that there's a misconception about him, that he is broke and living off of Yftm. He makes 6 figures doing what? He said he only has 2 children. That's all he got. And he's not 21, he's actually 28. So all this time I'm thinking that Sam is around her age, but he really 28 years old, which lets me further know that she's being manipulated by some older man, and her ass ain't nothing but 21 years old. How could Tritch and Pam allow some... Okay. So Tasha K asked them, has reality TV had a negative effect on them? Yftm pretty much said it is. I'm guessing because of all the things that has happened on the show, with all the reviews about what everybody had to say about his money flow and things of that nature. You know, I guess she feels like all of that was negativity. But Sam said it was a bit positive and negative all at the same time. It was pretty much the same thing. You know, they, you know, even though it was mostly negative, they still got some positive out of it. You know, with, you know, Yftm and her singing, and Sam with this and all of that other stuff. Ain't nothing positive come out this show for neither one of y'all. At the end of the day, everything's negative because you both are 2 negative people, okay? That's what it is, okay? And Yftm just got herself looking crazy. Y'all want to blame production, but Yftm really is looking stupid, and that's because she wants to look stupid. So when it come down to it, Tasha K asks, is it a platonic relationship? I don't know what the fuck she was trying to say with platonic, because if you're talking about a platonic relationship, you're talking about friendship. I'm thinking she was trying to say, was this a monogamous relationship? Like, were they, you know, was there any infidelity going on in their relationship? Like, are they really together and they're not doing anything outside of the relationship? They pretty much deny any type of infidelity. You know, they, you know, constantly keep saying They only want one another. They don't want nobody else. It's all about them and them only. Like, they don't want nobody else. All they want is each other. They don't want nobody else. They're here for each other only. And that's just that on that. That's pretty much what they were saying. But Tasha K was looking at them like she knew they was lying. And she already knew that she had some receipts on the goddamn way, okay? And she kept on looking down at that phone. And I said, ooh, this bitch finna put their asses on blast, child. She finna put them on blast. And baby, I can't wait. Because I really sat there and watched that whole damn video from when she was talking about all this other miscellaneous shit that I ain't care nothing about. I was waiting for this interview, child, because y'all know I cannot stand Sam and Egypt. They are the worst thing to ever happen to growing up hip-hop. I can't stand them, so y'all know I was all for this goddamn interview. So as they deny it, Tasha looking at them like, oh, bitch, y'all really gonna lie to my face? Y'all gonna lie to my face? So Tasha asked Sam straight up, was he heterosexual? She asked him straight up, was he heterosexual? He said that he denies being into men. He denies it complete. Then Sam started talking about the production team on Growing Up Hip Hop and how they wanted him to give them a finale. And if he did not give them a good finale, they were going to bring his baby mother to the show and have her crash the engagement party. Something like what they just did with the whole Tanise and Sequoia thing. Pretty much the same thing with that. So he decided to admit to everybody on camera for a finale sake that he once had a entanglement with a transgender woman. He thought that would be good for the season finale. Okay. Then he goes on to saying that he admits that he had an encounter with a transgender woman. He was drunk and all of this other stuff. So I'm just like, And then he kind of admits to being sexually fluid, but at the same time he says he's not into men. Somebody lying. Somebody is lying. I mean, I don't know what he into, but I feel like, I deep down feel like he's into it. I really feel like it because it's just the way he acts. He's such a bitch. Like, listen, child. Then, after all that, Tasha K says that a transgendered woman reached out to her and said that she recently messed around with Sam and she had the receipts to prove it, baby. And when she said, Egypt, check your DM and look at this. Bitch, when she sent her that, bitch, I was on the fucking floor. Because Sam and Egypt looked stupid as fuck and Sam looked guilty as a motherfucker. You can see it all over his face. What Gerald Levert and Eddie Levert say? It was written all over your face. Woo! You don't have to say a word. You didn't have to say shit, Sam, because it was written all over your goddamn face, child. She put your ass on blast and there was nothing that you could say about it. And now he's mad. Sam is mad. He's furious, about the receipts. And then Tasha actually reveals who the transgender woman is. And then not only that, because she's basically put him on blast in the middle of the interview, now he threatens to sue Tasha K. Now he says that we didn't come here to talk about this. This is not what this interview was about. And I am pretty much ready to be done with this interview. Like, pretty much, like, I want to be done with this. Like, this ain't cutting it. This ain't it. This ain't none of that. And you have fucked it up. And I don't want to do nothing else no more. Like, I don't want to talk to you no more. This shit is over with. And she was like, I don't take kindly to threats. Like, I don't take kindly to threats. Like, don't threaten me with this shit, whatever. But he was not here for Tasha K, period. He was not here for Tasha K. He was not here for Tasha K. Period, okay? And I was tripping the fuck out because he was looking guilty as a motherfucker. And the more he spoke, the more angry he was. And he acted like he wanted to beat Tasha K ass. And if I was in his position, I probably would have wanted to too, because you really put me on blast on Front Street. But Tasha said, you sit up here saying that you in a monogamous relationship, but you fucking on a transgender just a month ago. Like, come on now. And then Egypt started going in talking about her vocal cords was gone and she went through a depression and he was there for her and all of this other stuff. And the more Tasha K spoke, the more Sam got mad and they hung up and left the interview, child. And Egypt even said on social media that she was going to speak to her attorneys about Tasha K releasing the interview. But my thing about this is, y'all know what type of time Tasha K on. Y'all know what type of time she on. Y'all know she's a gossip blogger. Y'all already know she's all about the tea. If you would have came to me or Terrence or Josiah, y'all would have had a dignified interview. But she is all about the gossip, and you already know we tune in to Tasha K for the gossip. That's what we tune in for, child. She's like the the new, like the YouTube version of Wendy Williams back in the Gap, like Wendy Williams on the radio. Like, that's the type of shit that she gives, and y'all already know that. So why y'all bring y'all ass on here thinking that y'all not gonna get exposed? But that was a genius move, though, I can tell you that much. Then not only does she interview Sam in Egypt, but she interviews this transgendered woman that said that she was with Sam. She reveals herself as trans. She said that Sam was the type of dude that wanted more. He wanted to pour his heart into her, and she wasn't with that. And Sam bought her things and did everything for her and all of this other stuff. And then Sam just tried to play her like she was nobody and all of this other stuff. And this woman is a rapper. I wasn't digging a rap, but it is what it is. All I gotta say is Mia kind of threw me off when she started talking about vanish mode and shit like that. And I'm just like, girl, but where did that come from? But I don't know about Mia, but I do know about Sam. And Sam was guilty as hell. The way he reacted was sheer guilt. That's all I'm saying. He was sheerly guilty, surely guilty about this bullshit. Because if it wasn't true, he would have never reacted the way he did. However, with that being said, y'all, this is my cover. This is me covering the interview with Tasha K, Sam, Egypt, and Mia. Be sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to follow me on any form of social media, my Twitter and my IG will be down below. With that being said, you guys, you boys out of here. Till next time, peace out.
We can always find our way to a fun moment, even in the shady bunch.